3 years ago, we tracked down my granddad's 1971 Ford Maverick that he owned in drag race in the 1980s to restore it to its former glory. Our goal has been simple: get this thing back on the road so my granddad can ride in it again. We'll be praying for you, Granddaddy. We love you so much, and we'll definitely keep you updated on the car.
Okay, buddy, but do that here.
Yes, sir.
I love y'all, yeah.
We love you too. Today we are making a huge step on making that happen. Once you see the condition of the floorboards, you will understand why we have a lot of work ahead of us. Let's go ahead and get into it. So for those of you who may not know what these are subframe connectors. So basically, back in the day on the old cars, they were unibodies. Subframe in the front, subframe in the back, and the only thing holding that thing together was the floor pans.
Rusty floor pans.
Yeah, and if you can see in this, there's not a whole lot of floor pan in there, so.
We want to tie the frame together to stiffen it up before we start cutting the floor pans out of it to make sure the car stays stable, you know. Plus we're going to be pulling the doors off. We're going to be doing a lot of work. We're going to be pulling the car apart a lot.
Yeah, because back in the day, without these, the cars would twist coming off the line. There was so much torque.
So much torque. The chassis twisted coming off the line.
That the chassis twisted coming off the line. So I'm sure this isn't gonna be like going crazy and twisting the chassis or whatever, but we do want to have that extra security to keep the car together and keep it,
And make it,
for a long time.
And drive better.
My dad has these on his car too, so
Same exact ones.
it's gonna be perfect, and I think we'll be set. So let's go ahead and get these babies on there. Looking under the car here, so this is the front subframe. And so the subframe connector will connect here and move all the way over to back here where the leaf springs are. We're gonna have to weld a plate to connect that subframe connector on the back of it. The reason why we're gonna have to do that is because who had the car before, the leaf springs were actually originally here. They moved it over so they could get a bigger tire. So gonna have to take this off as well, get it all set up, but we'll kind of place these here so you can see like an example of what that's gonna look like on the car.
We're going to do some trimming because where they cut the frame out there, this doesn't match up exactly perfect because the leaf springs were moved in. So, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Work it, baby, work it.
So we cut and bent a piece of sheet metal where the frame used to be, tacked it up, and this is what we're looking at with the subframe connector on. So it looks like it, you know, is a little bit too long from what we're seeing here. So we're gonna have to trim it up, see if it goes where it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to go right here.
It
And then it's supposed to
overlaps.
go there,
Yeah,
and
it
now it's-
overlaps a little bit too much. So if we move this over, you wanna move that,
So
Pops?
yeah,
That would be perfect. Then over here,
it's too long.
it's too long, so.
So I think we're going to maybe take a little bit off of here and see what we get.
5 minutes later.
All right, so we had to pause because we forgot about something. We got a whole cow track bracket that we gotta go on here.
Up in here where I plan on putting that plate,
Yeah.
which will keep the bracket from going in. So we got to back up and punt.
We're pulling an audible. I think we figured out what we are gonna do, but it's gonna take some modifications.
Yeah, we need some like 1/8 inch plate. I don't have any, but I think what we're gonna do is kind of like what you would do with a roll cage. We cover that whole area and then just weld the subframe to that. It's not like we're gonna be trying to 1/160 foot the car. That way the cow track bracket still goes there with the cow track bar, and the Calvert leaf springs will go on.
People that had the car before us, them moving the leaf spring and everything, it just didn't
didn't-
really work out the best
Yeah,
that
they-
we needed it to.
Yeah, like on my car, I welded the box inside the frame rail here.
I feel like, I don't want to say it, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of that type of situation with this car, because, man, just looking under it, we're
Yeah.
just looking at, pointing at things like, dude, look at this, or, oh, look at that. So,
Yeah, it's not gonna be fun.
yeah, it's fun, but it's not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun when you think you got a plan and it doesn't work out.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we're going back to the drawing board, and I'm sure this ain't going to be the only time that we're doing this,
We're gonna be back up. We're gonna be putting a lot.
yeah, a lot of audibles in this game that we're playing here. So
Yeah.
we gotta get some more parts. Well, we'll see you in the next clip.
1 week later.
Alrighty, folks, we are back. I went and picked up some 1/8" plate to go right here to strengthen this area up to tie the frame together, man. We're excited. It's tough for us because we're only working on this thing once a week. Pops is here. You pumped?
Let's go, baby. I'm ready.
Yeah, let's go. We are so excited. So join us as we continue on this build. Looks like we're running out of battery, man. Yeah, we definitely gonna upgrade these babies because they out of date.
Goddamn, you out of date, boy.
Here, put it on the max. That's why it's on 1.
No wonder, dude.
Make sure that you always put it on 3 when you're doing this. We had it on 1. That's why it wasn't working too well. That's a lot better. Alrighty, so we got the subframe connectors all tacked in. It's not perfect, but it'll do. We're actually having a lot of trouble with our welder over here. I don't know why it's freaking giving us trouble. It's because we're working on the car. You know, anytime you're trying to do something productive, that's when everything breaks. So yeah, we're just having trouble with that. About to take it over to a buddy of ours, have him check it out. He's a welder, so hopefully we can get it fixed and keep moving. It's just ridiculous. This 1-day project has turned into a 2-day project, but I guess if you're building anything, you kind of know. Yeah, it is what it is. We're gonna keep it moving though. Stay positive, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated.
1 hour later.
All right, so we figured out what was wrong. It ain't got no gas in it.
It ain't got no gas in it.
The gas line that comes from the gas on the bottle to the liner was deteriorated. And it was all in the machine. So we had no gas getting to the, which I kind of knew something was wrong, but you know, since I can't hear anything, I can't hear if there's gas or not.
Feels like, you know, we're making no progress, but hopefully this is the last problem that we have to deal with, and then we can start taking this thing apart, ripping out the floorboards, all the wiring and all that stuff that really just needs to get done. So I'm excited we figured out what's going on. Shout out to Brian. Thank you for helping us figure that out. And yeah, let's get after it, baby.
The next morning.
Last night we ended up finishing up the subframe connectors, got them all tied into the car. Dad got them all welded up. I spray painted them black. It looks a lot better, and you kind of got your butt kicked on that welder, didn't you?
Yeah, it did. Not having gas really got me. And then, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just the old metal from the car. It was kind of getting me because I'd weld something really good, you know, on the table and then put it up here and then it wouldn't weld.
So the plan for today is to get the car down, strip the interior. It looks like a freaking rat's nest in there, just wires everywhere. There's like an old roll bar, you know, it's just a lot of that stuff just needs to come out so we can get ready to, you know, replace the floor pans, because if you look right here, yeah, that ain't good. So let's go ahead and get that started. We're gonna start this thing one more time because we don't know when the next time we're gonna be able to start it, because it's gonna be completely apart. So open headers, loud as crap, America. Let's go. So we got this old fuel cell coming out of here. What, this has been in here since
1986, probably.
Insane. And we are putting this new puppy in here, which I've actually bought like
2 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, it's been a long time coming working on this thing. It's all good. Let's get this prehistoric fuel cell out of this thing.
This thing's older than you, dude.
I know, it's crazy, dude.
Ah. Is it going in there?
No.
Oh gosh.
If I can get well enough, I'll come down and your house up as soon as I can.
Yes, sir. We're looking forward to it. We wish you were here, Granddaddy. We're trying to get this thing done for you, and yeah, get after it, man. We'll be praying for you, Granddaddy. We love you so much, and we'll definitely keep you updated on the car.
Okay, buddy, but do that here.
Yes, sir.
I love y'all here.
We love you too.
Look at all the junk we've got.
Holy smokes. That's a lot of old stuff right there.
Yeah.
Out of date.
A Joe Dirt's hairstyle.
That wraps up today's portion of the video. We got the cage out, which was super important. Got the fuel cell out of there. We still need to deal with the rat's nest, so we're making progress though. Got to talk to Granddaddy, which was super cool. He's tickled to death that we're doing this right now, and so we wish that he was here. Granddaddy, if you're watching this, we wish you were here, man. Can't wait for you to get better and get you in this shop so we can start working. But we'll save the clean working for you, because man, that's dirty. Oh man, it's rough out there, but thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in a couple days. Well, you remember that plate that we welded for the subframe connectors? I got a little too excited with the torch.